At 6 a.m., we're following breaking news out of San Marcos, where a homicide investigation is underway. Thanks for being here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Irampour. This happened near Los Vallecitos Boulevard. CBS 8's Regina Urita just got to the scene, so we want to send it over to our crew right now. Regina, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, good morning. I can tell you that this actually started around midnight. I'm going to walk out of the picture here, show you guys what the scene looks like right now, because we still have crime tape blocking off between Vallecitos and Bingham Drive, right next to the 78 freeway here in San Marcos. It seems that this is a shopping center where there's lots of furniture stores. But what we know so far, just from talking to deputies as well as the sheriff's department, they tell us that police received a call around midnight or around that time about a possible shooting. I can confirm right now that this is a deadly shooting involving a 17-year-old, and we know at least one person is dead. So again, this actually started around midnight. We have several deputy vehicles here still blocking off this scene. We're trying to get more information, more details from the lieutenant, but again, we do know that detectives are still on scene trying to get more information as far as what this scene looked like, what happened, what caused this shooting. But we don't know if there is still a suspect, right? We don't know any information about a suspect or the victim. We're trying to get more details, more information as far as that. Once we have those details, of course, we'll delay that to you and let you know. But that is the latest coming from San Marcos. I'll send these back to you guys.
All right, thanks for the latest there. Be sure to stay with CBS 8 for updates on this breaking story. We'll also have live updates here on air, as well as updated reports at CBS8.com and our social media pages.
And new this morning, a shelter-in-place order has been lifted in Carlsbad. It's no longer. Part of Bataquitos Drive was shut down around 1 this morning due to police activity. You see that in this video here. The shelter-in-place was for the 7,000 block of Spoonbill Lane. But again, this has been lifted and police have cleared the scene there in Carlsbad.
This morning, we are learning the labor union that represents academic workers at the University of California system has voted to go on strike.
The union says it's in response to the recent campus protests. CBS 8's Chris Quill joining us live at UC San Diego now to explain what's expected there. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. And again, we do not know exactly what this strike may look like or when this will actually happen. Now, this vote to authorize it, that is usually one step within what is normally a labor bargaining process. But this is something that is unique. It's even something that the president's office is saying is unprecedented because it is not directly related to contract or labor agreement. Instead, the UAW 4811, what they are doing is that they have voted to authorize this strike to be in solidarity with the protesters, the students and even faculty protesters from across the UC system, and how they believe that their First Amendment rights have been stifled, that their free speech has been stifled. Now, this was close to 80% of their members that voted to approve this strike. This is a union that represents teaching assistants, tutors, student researchers, postdocs, and academic researchers. They, again, are claiming that they are standing in solidarity with those protesters who mostly were on the side of pro-Palestinian protests across UC campuses like the ones that we saw here at UC San Diego. Now, I do want to read to you how it is that they explain this process. They put this up on the site, which is now known as X, formerly as Twitter. They did say that while they went ahead and voted to authorize the strike on Friday, the board will, quote, evaluate and announce whether to call the first campus or campuses to stand up, is how they went ahead and phrased that. Now, as I alluded to earlier, what the president's office is saying, it is saying that these issues are outside the scope of employment and labor contracts, and that striking, quote, sets a dangerous precedent. Now, of course, we don't know if that strike will happen. As UAW pointed out, Friday is going to sort of be that day, so tomorrow. And of course, we will continue to follow this as this story develops and any potential impacts that it could have here to UC San Diego. Eric Canetta.
And your professor, and they are destroying the campus and undoing a democratic, peaceful protest.
A pro-Palestinian protest at UC Irvine now cleared this morning after hours of escalation between students and police. The school says the demonstrators surrounded a lecture hall yesterday afternoon. It is unclear how many people were detained. Irvine's mayor denounced the university's actions.
New this morning, arrests at the southern border dropped more than 6% last month. That is according to new data from U.S. Customs and Border Protection. But the new data finds that San Diego is now the busiest of Border Patrol's 9 sectors. Border encounters were up nearly 49% in April, but overall encounters were down almost 30% from this time last year. U.S. officials point to the increase of enforcement in Mexico for the decline. Today, the San Diego City Council's Budget Review Committee is set to hear Mayor Todd Gloria's revised city budget. The mayor says the city was able to find additional money to keep the same services for the homeless population and to fund programs that impact low-income communities. This comes after people criticized his initial budget proposal. So $8 million have been reallocated to the Housing Commission, and after-school programs and teen centers have been restored. But there will still be cuts to the Office of Immigrant Affairs and to a cannabis social equity program. The full council will vote on the budget in mid-June.
And now today, an exciting day.
Yes.
KFMB turns 75 today. So we were San Diego's first TV station, went on the air May 16th of 1949.
Right.
A lot of people didn't have TVs at home back then, so about 50,000 people saw the very first newscast crowded around appliance stores.
Yeah, you see some of these big names here, like Regis Philbin, Raquel Welch, have all worked here. Notable journalists have graced CBS 8's past, like Harold Keene, Ray Wilson, Larry Himmel, of course. Coming up later this hour, Jeff Zevley will have a special CBS 8 throwback of our broadcasting history. We will also have a special cake that we're going to dive into. The happy anniversary cake, 75 years young here. Think of all the changes that have happened in TV, black and white, how large all the cameras were, all the different people it used to take to pull this off every single day. Right now, it's just us two in the studio.
Has evolved quite a bit, right? This automated camera just took a live shot of a cake right now.
That's right.
Here we go. So obviously times have evolved. We've covered so many different major news stories here in San Diego. And that's where, we get to celebrate that. 75 years of doing the news, and we're proud to be a part of that. 6:07 right now. Good morning to you. Maybe you're celebrating a birthday today, too, so happy birthday to you out there. Here's a live look downtown San Diego. This is the camera right by the airport. You see the Coast Guard right there. Those beautiful boats out there. They are docked under cloudy skies. Again, our sunrise. Here's a look at it. This is Otay Mountain's camera, looking out towards the east where you see that glow over the clouds. It was at 5:49. Sunset now will be at 7:42. We have these longer days, but I know it doesn't feel like that because, of course, we've had gray skies taking over. I mean, look at all this. You see a little speckle of green right there. There's a chance for that drizzle throughout San Diego today, but it looks like mostly, if you're going to get it, Oceanside, Fallbrook. That's where visibility is low. Temperature-wise right now in Fallbrook, 55, 59 in Oceanside, 58 in Del Mar. Downtown at 61 degrees. That looks to be our warmer spot, along with Borrego Springs in the 60s, but the rest of you waking up to the 50s. I had to turn the heater on yesterday because I was cold. We didn't get the sun to warm things up, thaw us out a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I was just extremely cold for some reason, but may want to grab a sweater for today yet again. Temperatures might be a couple degrees warmer than yesterday, which could mean that we could see a little more sunshine by the afternoon. 68 downtown, 66 Mira Mesa, low 70s for Santee and El Cajon. So that's where you usually get that sun, even on these cloudy kind of mornings. But yesterday, I know a lot of us had a tough time seeing any of that. 68 in Vista, 68 in San Marcos, 69 in Rancho Bernardo. Here's a look now at traffic. So right now, the 805 and the 15 split, it looks like things are fine. I know that tends to get a little busier here in the morning hours, but for now, no major incidents to bring to you. Drive times on the 5 southbound between the 54 and the border, speeds are normal right now. It will only take you 8 minutes to get there. And then here's a look at border wait times from Customs and Border Protection. 90 minutes in the general line at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, and it's a little bit longer, 100 minutes for that general line at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. Eric?